Wonderful friends, welcome for this together study of Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana. Myself too, studying first time. Wonderful topics. So much of knowledge is revealed to us, expanding our intellects, making it subtler to cognize the presence of very many subtler truths in this universe. Truth of all truths is the Chidakasha Rupi Parabrahma. The challenge is in discovering that only. The aim, the ambition, the goal, the fulfillment, the freedom from all limitations, all of that is in reaching out to that state of being. We are at the level of gathering information in the class. May that be become our convinced knowledge through Manana Chintana. May we take it up as our goal, in fact, single pointedly pursue it to reach out to it. May the grace of Parabrahma Ishwara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, one side, remove all our inner outer obstacles. Second side, empower us with all the required powers and strengths. Third, travel along with us till we reach to the ultimate goal. This is our prayer. How it is answered, the Lord will know as it happens or happened in the case of anyone who have taken the refuge at the feet of the Lord through Upasana Sharanagati. Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana. In this third Utpatthi Prakaranam, Leelopakhyanam is going on. We are seeing the Girigrama Brahmana Gruha as per asked by Leela and Saraswati. Jeshta Sharma explaining the dukkha of all of them in the absence of demise of the parents Brahmana and Brahmani. That Brahmani only is Leela here in her next life. With Yoga Siddhi, she could go. You and I too, if we do those yoga sadhanas, you can visit to your earlier life, next earlier to earlier life, and go and see all the things. Right now, this is very interesting thing happened few days, 8 days back only the death of Brahmana Brahmani. But after that, when they are born as Raja and Rani, they lived a full life of as many years as it was. And there as Raja, he died also. So all of that very mystical should help us to understand that in the Maya and Mana Kalpana, the Desha, Kala, all of them are, can be of any sort or any type. Hard and fast is not there. And know this for certain that once it is untruth or projected, it can be anything. One need not be surprised. More than that, one cannot understand or one cannot totally accept it. How can it be? The two answers are understand that it is Maya. Second, therefore, it is like that only. Accepting it that it is like that only is the solution. Understanding it cannot be. It cannot be understood, but that is understood. माया से जो होता है उसको हम नहीं समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन माया से जो होता है उसको नहीं समझ सकते हैं, इसको समझ सकते हैं. विचित्र ना. That is a solution for it. So, in all, therefore, in this life of ours, that projected world and the happening so called there are not so important. Important is the adhisthana. First reach to sadvastu, the adhisthana vastu, then be settled there. Then all this play tamasha, just watch it. It's only a play going on. Right? With all the Ananta Koti Brahmandas surging, staying and dissolving, and in each Brahmanda happening Ananta Koti happenings every moment. are all the play and Leela, like the water as ocean, playing the Leela of thousands of waves, ripples, bubbles, etc. Hope this knowledge enters soon into our hearts, then we pursue the ultimate. Now, today we will see the remaining portion of Jyeshta Sharma, comparing and explaining their dukkha situation in the absence of the parents. Sri Rama will ask thereafter a question. This delusion of mine, answer me. Why Leela has not revealed herself to Jyeshta Sharma as his own mother? Answer given is very beautiful, 10-12 slokas. Vaashishtha says, Leela is no more in the Dehosmi Upadhi for herself, nor she is Jagat Satyatva uh, Bhranti. She understood the entire Jagat is Mithya, herself understood to be Brahman. Therefore, for her, everything is Brahma Swarupa, and that is why when herself is not an individuality, how can she recognize Jyeshta Sharma as her son? No, she cannot. No need. He is beyond that. You know, like in our life also, in some situations, when we have discovered the higher truth, we don't go back to the lower truth in our wisdom. That's how it is. Let us see shloka by shloka. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Om Yairime Guruvahi Purvam Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Parabrahmane Shruti Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Ramachandra Brahmane Namaha Vasishtha Rishibhyo Namaha Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayanokta Brahmatmaikya Bodhena Asmin Kshane Eva Moksha Kaivalya Praptyartham Sanatana Dharmasya Vishwavyapti Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragatyartham Dharma Samsthapakanam Nirantara Digvijayartham Sri Rama Mandiravad शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रकरण मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ते स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैरनताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः वसिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने सिद्ध दर्शन हेतु कथनम नाम षड्विंशः सर्गः श्री वसिष्ठ उवाच वशिष्ठ जी is telling the story and through that the Brahma Satya Jagan Mithyatva. In that also, this is the Utpatti Prakaranam. Utpatti has never happened, only everything is appearing. That is why it is disappearing. That is why by our choice we can drop it, and that is why by our choice we can reach to the substratum on which all this is projected or appearing. Hope we are able to grasp these things. Now, yesterday we saw up to Shloka Sankhya 31. What is the description going on? To the question of Saraswati Mata and Leela, that tell us the reason of this dukkha. All of you are seen in such a dukkha sthiti. Jyeshta Sharma is telling about the recent marana of Brahmana Dampati, and because of which the shoka, and that shoka is describing with so many examples in which the Brahmana Dampati's noble life is proved or proven or depicted, that even the Pashu and Pakshi and Vanaspati and Nadi and even the uh, mountains etc. also are in Rodhana. You understand? No, are they really doing Rodhana? Maybe. Or this fellow must be finding because of his dukkha that everything is dukkha. Like when you are happy, the raining is the joy, tears of joy from the devatas. When we are miserable, they are the tears of misery of the devatas. As our mind, so we project. That also can be the thing. But why take that second? Let us take first one. Proof is that Brahmana Brahmani in the next life born as such a great Raja and a Rani. So that is possible only with so much of punya done. But in this very text, towards the end of slokas, in other chapters also, one very subtle thing is revealed. Very subtle thing. And in Skanda Puranadi, it is more elaborately told. Very sublime micro thought it is. One has to be unbiased to grasp it and accept it. The thought is that Brahmana Brahmani, born as Raja and Rani next life, is their downfall only, not rising up. Because the Raja and Rani are the Kshatriya and they are Bahirmukha and they were always in Dvaita, they were in Bhoga Vilasa, isn't it? Compared to this, the Brahmana and Brahmani Jivana is Uttama, wherein there is no Bahirmukata, there is Antarmukata. There is no Bhoga Vilasa, there is always Tapasyas and Upasanas only. There is more of Advaita Daiviya Chintana rather than that. It has two things. One, the Sankalpa of the Brahmana. Two, the wife of him wanted to follow, because of which After death, he became Raja, she became Rani. So therefore, from the Adhyatmika Drishti, it is downfall only. You understand? Even going to Brahmadi Lokas, even becoming Brahmadeva, compared to the travel towards the ultimate truth, he is either falling down or going in wrong direction. That's how a highly evolved intellect understands. We are seeing the topic in other texts also throughout the day. An idea, just keep in mind. So he says, Kokilali pralapinyaha vrushtibashpahatalataha उष्णोष्ण श्वसना देहम घ्रंथि पल्लव पाणिभिः. देखो, कोकिला ali pralapinya. Kokilas and Ali the Brahmaras also are doing pralapa. Then Vrushti Bashpa Hatalataha. All the latas are hit by the tears of the Vrushti, the rains. Ushna Shvasana Deham Gnanti Pallava Panibihi. So, Ushna Shvasana, with the heat of the dukkha, deham granti, they are beating their own body, pallava panibihi, with the uh, with the pallava pani, the tender leaves as the hands. So the kokilas, the brahmaras also, their movement of the hand appearing as if they are beating themselves with dukkha. So too on the latas, the movement of the leaves because of the rain and winds appearing that they are also hitting, beating themselves and becoming dukhi. है ना? जब दुखी हम होते हैं, we only beat ourselves and curse our own what do you call misfortune, etc. So he is watching everything like that in dukkha. Just like in Ramayana too, Hanumanji gives Rama Sandesha to Sita ji that for Rama everything is dukkha dukkha. Nutana Kisalaya Anala Samana, all of that he explains. Sita ji also says same thing and he sees to that. So when the mana is in the dukkha sthiti, everything appears to be viparita. So maybe he is watching or soul to these latas and all. To them they have given waters. The kokila also might have been loved by them or given some dana khaneko by these brahmana dampati. And as we said, in the Veda mantra Ucharana, in the Yajnayaga done, in the Prarthanas done by the Brahmana Dampati, that Loka Samastaha, Jivaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, all those prayers and tapasyas must have definitely affected in living a better life for all these living beings. Therefore, they are in that gratitude, expressing their dukkha at the demise of those Brahmana Brahmani. So from this, every time I will not say, only one time, the lesson to be learnt is live a noble life inside of highest Adhyatmika Tattva seeking outside the love and kindness, compassion expressed as the continuous service to the fellow beings, all living beings. Wow. It's a beautiful and important thing. Yeah, last 2 3 days I was thinking, where did I read that? In our Skanda Purana only. Must topics. We were reading maybe in 20 days. We'll be concluding that Purana. 10 15 minutes per day we are seeing. Next one. Atmanam Shatadha Kartum Bruhat Shabra Shilatale Nirjaraha Prapatantyete Tapa Tapta Sharirakaha. See, dukkha tapase tapta sharir wale, the waterfalls, they are not wanting to live anymore. So to break themselves into hundreds of pieces as if they are from the height tops falling down onto the stones there down below. So the waterfall is appearing like the committing of the suicide by the waterfalls. Atmanam Shatadha Kartum, to make oneself into hundreds of pieces. Bruhat Shabra Shilatale, to a very big stones on the ground. nirjaraha, the water uh, falls or water flows, prapatanti ete, ete nirjaraha prapatanti, tapatapta sharirikaha, their shariras are tapta with the tapa in the absence of the brahmana, etc. निशंकया गतश्रीका देखो नेक्स्ट श्लोक मूका विलुलिताशयाः अंधेन तमसा पूर्ण गृहाः गहनतांगताः सो निशंकया गतश्रीकाः गतश्रीकाः means lost all the shri, all the uh, brightness and brilliance and kanti and richness, etc. Nishankaya means totally, totally losing all the fortunes. Nishankaya gatashrikaha, mukaha, dumbfound. Nobody can speak to anybody anything because everybody is in the dukkha for the same cause. Mukaha, vilulita ashayaha, who have lost hopes of life. So, who lost the hope of the life, who are dumbfounded, who are doubtlessly losing all their fortunes, gata shrikaha, andhena tamasa purnaha, filled with the utter ignorance of darkness of blindness. In the sense, not knowing now what to do. Maybe those Brahmana Dampati having everyday satsanga with them, guidance to them, wonderful company given, सब कुछ चल रहा था प्रकाश स्वरूप. Suddenly, when they died, they have lost the sight now. They have lost the light now. So, andena tamasa purnaha grahaha, the entire number of houses that are there in the Giri Grama, Gahanatam Gataha, they all are appearing like the Gahana, the forests only. मतलब ग्रह गहन के समान बन गए, घर जंगलों के समान अंधकार बन गए और सारे लोगों को कोई पता नहीं चल रहा क्या करे. वो लोग सारा अपना संपदा को खोए हुए लग रहे. मूकाह देन विलुलिता आशया. आशया मीन्स होप्स एंड डिजायर्स. विलुलिता नो व्हाट फॉर टू लिव. These are all not new things in our life too. Sometimes it might have happened, especially when we, like these people, lost our parents or brothers, sisters, or somebody very near to us, or even sometimes our business is totally gone, property is lost, sometimes a terrible health hazard happens. We also find ourselves in that situation. So they're all in that sad, tragic situation of problem and dukkha crisis. This Brahmana Putra Jeshta Sharma explaining their situation to those Leela and Saraswati Mata. And it is like an example to you is when heavy, what do you call, rains, floods happen, and villages get drowned, and the Mukhyamantri and Upamukhyamantri, Chief Minister and a Deputy Chief Minister, in helicopter, let us say, go to those villages and then inquire the people about the situation. No, don't you see in today's TV and video, each of them telling their dukkha. Somebody says, Hamara ghar chala gaya. Somebody says, our entire crop is gone. Some say their own guy, bachre are died. Some say our children also lost. Some say our parents are lost. Each one says, मेरा ये ट्रैक्टर वहां खो गया जो मेरे जीविका थी. Each one expressing their lamentation, दुख. अब all of that put together, सबके ओर से leader ज्येष्ठ शर्मा is talking, or ज्येष्ठ शर्मा आदयः ऊचुः. Therefore, he is saying something, others also say. Like the TV reporter, etc. He puts the mic in front of them, then in front of them, then in front of them. एवरी सिचुएशन, इलेक्शन के टाइम पे भी आपको बताओ कौन से पार्टी जीतने का लग रहा है, आपने किसको वोट डाला, कौन सी पार्टी अच्छा कर रही है. एवरी देयर द कैंपेन होता है, ऑल दैट. इवन इन स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट में भी द स्पेक्टेटर्स आर इंटरव्यूड. when the team wins, that time different joy. When the team loses, that time different dukkha. Like that, you can imagine that these two Vanadevis arrived there. Those people got a chance to express their dukkha to the newcomers. in a hope that they will give some relief. Next one, all the houses are like the forests only. Then, Udyana Pushpa Khandebhyah Rudadbhyo Brahmararavaihi Uti Gandho Viniryati Swamoda Paranamakaha. Dekho, Udyana Pushpa Khandebhyah. From the Pushpa Khandas means the variety of flowers from the Udyanavana. Rudadbhyah Brahmararavaihi. The Brahmaras Rodanam, crying of all the Brahmanas, is very distinctly heard. Then from the flowers, the fragrance that's coming, also now appearing to be Utigandaha. Utigandha means that rotten smell. Generally, flowers give such a fragrant smell. But now that fragrant smell only is coming, but appearing like Putigandha because the mind is in dukkha. When the mana is in dukkha, everything appears to be opposite only. So Putigandaha Viniryati. Viniryati means coming out of those Udyana Pushpa Khandas. So Amoda Paranamakaha. So the fragrance of the flowers appearing like the very bad smell. Then Chaitra Druma Vilasinyah Virasaha Prativasaram Lataha Krushaha Viliyante Sankuchat Guchalochanaha. Dekho, Chaitra Druma Vilasinyah. All the Drumas who enjoy their vilasa as at the arrival of Chaitra Masa, like Chaitra Vasanta Rutu, Virasaha Prativasaram. Day by day, those beautiful trees are becoming Rasarahita. So it is the eighth day there. The Brahmana died, no? So day by day, all the Chaitra Drumas, the big, big trees of enjoying the Chaitra Masa's situation, it's generally, they are becoming Virasaha. The Rasarahita Dukkha trees also are in the Akrosha. Not only that, Lataha Krishaha Viliyante. All the creepers also Krishaha Viliyante. Almost becoming died only. Sankuchad Gucha Lochanaha. The guchas of flowers or the gucha of the leaves are like Lochana, which are Sankuchata, slowly becoming weak. You know, like when few days we don't have food और बैड हेल्थ हॉस्पिटलाइज्ड सबसे पहला हमें उसका सिम्टम दिखता है आवर आईज गो इनसाइड आंख जो है ना अंदर चले जाते हैं then once it becomes healthy and all again you can see popping the eyes up to see the TV. Here also the gucha lochanas of the latas are sankocha and they are also viliyante trees also are prativasaram virasaha bhavanti. So these not only poetic description, but the fact is all of them also have life. They also respond to the things and beings around. Do you understand that? I can't become poetic, emotional, sentimental because that art talent I don't have. What to do? There are some great people who can make you miserable. I cannot make you. You are already and I am already. No need. I am telling you this from that story, that which has been taken as a movie also in all languages. What is it? That heroine is dumb. She cannot talk. And the hero is blind. No, he talks, she listens, but she cannot talk because she is dumb. So, because she is dumb, she can't talk. He cannot understand because he doesn't have the eyes also. And still, there is a physics, chemistry, mathematics in them. है ना दिल का हाल सुने दिल वाला all that गाना. In the same way, these Pashu Pakshi Adi may not have the Indriyas to express their response, but they are alive to receive the vibrations and thoughts, etc., of the fellow living beings. In the sense, when you look at the tree with the anger that मैं तुम्हारे branchों को काट दूंगा, the tree feels it. It may not talk and it cannot run away from there, but that it feels. Opposite to that, if you go near to that tree and say, यार सर्दी में तुम थक रहे हो और तुमको सर्दी हो रही है, I'll put a cloth on you and I'll water you. When this thought is done, the tree also feels happy there. I told you, in north I used to do that. Lot of plants used to have all the banners होते थे ना. सर्दियों में I used to cover them evening 7, 8 o'clock, 6, 7. फिर सुबह सनलाइट होने के बाद देन दे रिमेन फ्रेश ओनली. अदरवाइज इतने सर्दी में सब वो जकड़ जुकड़ जाते और जिकड़ जाते, जो भी है सुकुड़ जाते थे अदरवाइज. सो दे फील दैट जॉय. इवन द एनिमल्स टू, बर्ड्स ऑल्सो. आपकी खिड़की में पंछियां आ रहे मानो, तो यू ऑफर दाना टू देम. देयर एटीट्यूड इज डिफरेंट. अब डंडा पकड़ो, देर रन अवे. थिंक अबाउट इट. You just go near to a cockroach also. It runs away. It knows the other cockroach is coming to kill me. That is the meaning of here, that the life everywhere mutually responds. We may not conspicuously put it in words. Even as human being also, let's say we are traveling in a train. In the compartment where we are traveling, a group of member family, they have one single thought. Either they are going to Tirth Yatra, so that vibes touch us also, or they are going to a Shadi, that also touches us, or they are going to a picnic, you can feel that, or they are going to attend a tragic happening somewhere, you can sense it. You may not express in words, but then it is. In the same way, here the Chaitra Drumas and Latas also expressing their grief in the sad demise of such great Brahmana Dampati. Again, whether it's a tree grown from last 200 years, whether it is a great saintly, sagely person who has evolved to that level by his many, many lives of tapasya, as long as they are there, there's a beauty around. When they go away, the emptiness prevails for some time till somebody else comes and compensates. है ना. एनी फील्ड में एक बड़ा नेता है, उनका जाने से भी वो तो खाली तो लगता है थोड़ा समय. A sports personality for lot of time brought name and fame to the team and sport or country. When he gets retired, then that some gaps cannot be filled up. In a big company, a boss, CEO, wonderful, sober person with all maturity and mingling with everyone. When he retires, people miss him. Everywhere it happens, isn't it? Except in my case, अगर I classes में stop कर दूंगा, you all will holy celebrate only. अरे खत्म हो गया. You saw the वसंत पंचमी वृंदावन में क्या धूम धड़ाके से they played holy. So you will also enjoy it. और सम ऑफ में मिस इट. स्वामी जी के क्लास में इतने अच्छा सोते थे, अब नींद ही नहीं आ रही है. दैट वे somebody can. तो हियर द लता वृक्ष इज डिस्क्राइब्ड. देन नेक्स्ट वन देखो. प्रक्षेप्तुम अम्बुदौ देहम प्रवृत्ता गन्तुमाकुलाः कुल्याः कलकलालोलम दोलयन्त्यः तनुं भुवि. What a description it is. These descriptions make our intellects Satvika, Tattvika, and able to think continuously. Non thinking is a biggest disease of the mind. You always have to be thoughtful. That thought should be creative, constructive, productive, Shastriya. The thoughts of the intellect, as per Shastras, is different from the projections of the mind as per our stupidity. We are not talking the second one, we are talking the first one. So, Tattvajnana is our main goal anyway. But our intellects can get sharpened, can get widened by these type of descriptions when we study them. So, here the next example is Praksheptum Ambudhau Deham. To put their body, throw their body into the oceans. अम्बुदौ देहम प्रक्षेप्तुम. अम्बुदौ समुद्र में देह को फेंकने के लिए. प्रक्षेप्तुम टू थ्रो देयर बॉडीज इन द ओशन. प्रवृत्ताः engaged. Gantumakulaha with all the restlessness they are running. Who are they? Kulyaha. All the rivers, rivulets, etc. Kalakala lolam. with all the kalakala alola, making those sounds, hitting themselves, dolayantya tanum bhuvi, अपने शरीर को भूमि पे पटकते हुए भाग रहे हैं। सारे नदियां ओशन में अपने आप को खोद कर मरने के लिए दे आर रनिंग टू कमिट सुइसाइड. So the rivers going and merging in the ocean is appearing to this Jyeshta Sharma that they are also dukhi, wanting to jump into the ocean because they can't afford to live without this Brahmana Dampati. So they may be going there and taking their bath there, even having that Daiva Bhavana in that river, giving that river also that self-respect. River is anyway Daiviya, that the Nadi Mata knows. But when these people who visit there have that drushti that it is Daiviya, the divinity is different. That's why most neat and clean the rivers of all countries, yet you don't see the divinity. In India, every river is so spoiled by us. Yet किनारे जाते ही आपको एक अलग ही डिविनिटी महसूस होती है. Because despite of the Dushta Rakshasas attacking us time and again, still we have pious Hindus in our India who consider all rivers as the divine mothers. That feeling. See that beauty? They are not neat, clean, that way spoiled, but the feeling always is there. जैसी इंडिया में कहीं भी नदी के पास जाओ आप, the moment you listen, which river is this? River Godavari. Immediately, all the Gautama Rishi, all of them who were there across that river, to taking bath, doing all the arghya, their tapasthali. Suddenly, वो click हो जाता है. You have a different reverence. The moment you see Ganga ji, oh, different joy it is. Oh, oh. So here, these rivers also are feeling as if they are missing this Brahmana Dampati running to jump into the ocean. Huh? Praksheptum ambudau deham pravruttaha gantum akulaha kulyaha kalakala alolam dolayantyaha tanum bhuvi. Dolayanta tyanum bhuvi. So there the river flowing is appearing like भूमि पे क्या कहते हैं ना डोलते रहना ऐसे लुढ़कते लुढ़कते जाके गिर जाना in the ocean. It is appearing to them. Then Ashankamashakapata Spandamapyati Chapalam Kalayantyah Sthitavapyah Nispandanandamatmani Vapyah. The rivers, sorry, not the river, wells. Vapi means the wells. Ha Nispanda Anandam Atmani. Losing all their Ananda, they are only in the absolutely stillness. Then Ashanka, Mashaka, Apatha, Swandam, Api, Ati Chapalam. They are so still in their dukkha that even a small mosquito landing on the water, they are becoming more dukhi and kopagrasta as if हम ऑलरेडी दुखी है और आप आकर डिस्टर्ब मत करो. है ना? समटाइम्स वी फील दैट. अब कोई कोई लोग है ना घर में ऑलरेडी पति पत्नी लड़ रहे हैं, अब वो कोई बाबा जी आ गया 2 दिन ठहरने के लिए. Then the Patni tells, already we are frustrated. Why he should come? जैसे कहते हैं ना जख्म पे नमक छिड़कना. So the well already is in its dukkha stillness, trying to gulp it. Any mosquito landing on it is appearing to it like more disturbing only. हमको भी होता है पहले नींद ही नहीं आ रही है और आके मच्छर कान में गुरगुर कर रहे हैं तो डोंट यू फील डिस्टर्ब लाइक दैट. अशंक मशक आपात स्पंदम अपि अतिचापलम कलयन्त्यः स्थिता वाप्यः निस्पंद आनंदम आत्मनि. तो द रिवर्स आर sorry, the wells are in the nispanda sthiti. That's all description. The water in the well is so still. Some mosquitoes go there, land on it. Immediately, small waves you can see. So these may be the wells again where they may be taking the waters for drinking and puja. These Brahmana Dampati. They are also missing the presence of it. Isn't it? Like Puja Gurudev, when we saw him, when he left, for some time, that emptiness. But then, because of the upasanas and all, we never miss him now. That is different. That's a upasana bala. 93 means 20, 33 years back he left. But we don't feel him, he has gone. He is with us only. That is upasana sadhana bala. But bhautika rupena definitely you feel. Same with mother, father. When they go for few months, you miss them. But if you have bhakti shraddha to them, every day you do arpana to of the pushpa, naivedyam to them, so they're always with you. Some people forget them only. That's different. So just to say, these rivers, wells also responding. Next one, Gayat, the opposite story, only in one shloka. Gayat kinnara gandharva vidyadhara suranganam nunamadhyana bhojatam asmattatabhyalankritam. When we all are in dukkha here, there another group of beings are celebrating only, and they are celebrating with singings and dances and parties and variety of music. Gayanti, gayat, gana gare. Kon kinnaras, gandharva, vidyadhara, surangana. All the devata strees, gandharvas, vidyadharas, suranganas, they are celebrating, they are enjoying. Why they are enjoying, celebrating? Because our parents who died, they reached there. Therefore, they are welcoming these and celebrating their arrival. अच्छा है कि नहीं बात? गायत किन्नर गंधर्व विद्याधर सुरांगनम नूनम अद्य नभो चातम अस्मत् ताताभ्यलंकृतम. Because their places now are decorated by the presence and arrival of my parents. So he's sure he has seen their parents doing so much of punya karma. Definitely they will go. Not only they definitely go to the Urdhva Lokasam, Kinnara and Gandharva Devata, they will be welcomed there also. They will be received also. Because of so many yajnas, upasanas, the Brahmana Dampati have done for such long time. And for us, the Mundaka Upanishad itself is authority, no? We have seen in the very first Mundaka that when properly one does the ahutis, etc., in the yajna, then these devatas come and welcoming them, praising them, they take them to the Indradi devatas or even the Brahma Deva. एहि एहि इति आहुतयः सुवर्चसः सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिर् यजमानं वहन्ति प्रियां वाचम् अभिवदन्त्यः अर्चयन्तः. Speaking a wonderful words, doing the archana, these devatas take them to the Indra and other devatas, Indra and Brahmaloka. Who? Those who have done these yajna, upasana, guru seva, mata pita seva, loka seva, adi shastrokta, punya divya karma, which a human being alone can do. So these people have done so much. Therefore, grand welcome there in the Devasura Loka with all band baja. We are becoming miserable here. They are happy. Isn't it? In our Indian tradition, we also saw many a times that, as the yesterday we gave the example, marriage के बाद when the लड़की वाले दुखी होते because बेटी को ब्याह करके दे दी, she is going, and there the girl where they are going, she going, they celebrate because some newcomer is coming, she will take care of all of us, an addition, isn't it? They celebrate the arrival, isn't it? Example, you can change today. The parents are miserable after the son's marriage because that fellow is going and the in-laws are happy. है कि नहीं? गिनती करो आज कितने हो गए, है ना? चलने दो, मेरे को क्या इतना चाहिए? You enjoy. Today I was talking to somebody. Final thing is what? You are happy, you are happy. Done. How does it matter? As long as your happiness is not by causing harm to others. ठीक है? So here, these people are miserable. There, the Devatas, Gandharvas are celebrating. Then, with this, he concluded. He gave the Shoka Dukkha of all of them in 15-20 shlokas. In one shloka, told that the Devatas are celebrating the arrival of my parents there. So now, these are all stories now. What we are studying should enhance the faith in us that the different lokas are there, karma and karma phala are there. As per that karma is done, to different lokas we go. All these things we have to believe. Yet, the higher knowledge than that is of that Vedanta, where from the Brahma Tattva Drishti, all of them are seen, experienced, yet unreal. The abhasas while moving the alata, seen like dazzling and bright, brilliant, yet for to hold they are really not there. Adhishtanam abhati tatha brahmena. Out of delusion, the Adhishtanam Brahman only appears as all these lokas. So if you ask me, Swamiji, all these Urdhva lokas are there or what? Definitely they are there, but appearing like this loka. As much as this loka is unreal, so too they are all. From the absolute reality standpoint. Why? 2972 times we explained you the logic. What is it? Two truths, realities cannot be there. Truth can be only one. If one is true, the other cannot be true. Yet if it is seen, that's why it's called projection, delusion, mithya. So either the gold is true or the ornament is true. Two realities cannot be. If one is reality, other has to be unreal. But still it is seen, therefore it's projection. Therefore gold continuously is there, therefore it is a sat vastu. All the ornaments are kalpita. Little higher logic we studied in Mandukya is what? All these absurd talking or discussion thinking, because in this way to discuss think, first and foremost, there must be two objects, two things. But there are no two things only for you to talk. Gold only is called as ornament, not created as ornament. दो चीजें है तो बातें हो सकते हैं ना. टुडे वी सॉ इन मांडुक्य उपनिषद हेतु फल अजातिम प्रविशन्ति मनीषिणः. Highest truth. Two realities cannot be. Only one. Other must be projection. Now, the question you ask again, same 2692nd time, I have to explain the answer. How come in this dazzling, glittering world of so many colors and forms, etc., that is the power of Maya? How is not in your mind power of Maya during the dream? You not projecting, not creating, projecting the dazzling world? In the dream, don't you go to that big shadi with all the lights and sounds and dances and people dressed in different ways with ornamentation and lots of food served there, variety of chappan bhog vaha, and you ate with 5 plates and sixth, seventh plate you packed in your bag. अरे सारा सपना आता है कि नहीं? But where are they? उठ के देखो ये बिस्तर से नीचे गिरे at the most. Isn't it? So if my mind can project it, then Ishvara's Maya, why can't it project? This approach is called Vedanta. In the initial days of so much of reality given to this world and attached to this world, indulging in this world, like addiction to drugs and drinks, this higher knowledge we hate only, we dislike only. Everyone starts like that only. But with whatever the punya phala and tapashakti of the gurus, if we persist, continue listening, slowly that hatred, disliking goes away. Slowly we start understanding the logic behind it, and finally we ourselves come to the strong conclusion that yes, Siddhanta Rupena, Brahman alone is reality, everything is Kalpita. Now I have to realize that Siddhanta in my experience. That I am the Brahman, everything else is projected on me. Which me? Not this useless me of Dehadi Upadhi Tadatmya, the real me, Tattvam-pada Lakshartha, in our next text. Okay, So in this way, Jyeshta Sharma, having explained their miserable situation in so many slokas, in one sloka, the celebration of the Kinnara Gandharva Suranganas, while concluding, he asks both of them, please bless us and remove our dukkha. Okay? Taddevyau क्रियतां तावत् अस्माकं शोकनाशनं महतां दर्शनं नाम न कदाचन निष्फलम्. Tat means therefore. Devyau, O Devis, Vanadevatas, Kriyatam Tavatu, please do such thing. By which Asmakam Shokanashanam, all the shoka of ours is destroyed. Please do something. Tad Devyau Kriyatam Asmakam Shokanashanam Tavat. Therefore we are in misery. Please destroy our shoka. Why? Because Mahatam Darshanam Nama Na Kadachana Nishpalam. The darshan of the great divine people never goes nishpala. Now, this one sentence, how much we can think about, ponder about, higher than that is feel about. If this clicks to us, immediately we just browse through the newspapers and nets and discover where are the great Mahatma Sadhakas there. And we put all our efforts and go and stay in their presence and get basked in their grace and blessings. And if they give an opportunity to interact, from their mouth we can listen to such Divya Jnana Upadesha, Sadhana Upadesha. Mahatam Darshanam Nama Na Kadachana Nishpalam. In our lives, पूज्य गुरुदेव का थोड़ा दर्शन किया, एक दो बार स्पर्श किया, see the krupa of that we are able to study and talk on Upanishads and Yoga Vaashishtha Maharaj. Gurudev is Vasishtha Amsha. उन्हीं की कृपा है that we are able to study and do this. All classes what we do, all study what we do, all little sadhana whatever do, it's only krupa of Puja Gurudev and such so many saints who have blessed us. Mahatam darshanam na nishpalam. The darshana of the great Mahatmas never goes vain or goes waste. No, it definitely blesses. Mahatam darshanam nama na kadachana nishpalam. Here, more consciously, deliberately, Jyeshta Sharma, having recognized this fact that the Mahatma's darshana doesn't go waste, he praying to them. He is praying to them, please bless us and destroy our dukkha. So, bask in the company of saints and sages. At the same time, take initiative, be deserving that with your own good heart, etc. Take initiative to pray to them. Any Mahatma we go. Ask them, Guru sadhana करनी है, guide करिएगा, अनुग्रह करिएगा. Some jewel will come from them, some blessing, some light, some opening, some awakening will happen. It may not be one way in one go total liberation, because so much of prarabdhas, so much of paraspara runa, we have to clear accounts. Isn't it? So much complicated are each of our lives, lived through so many lives, वो suddenly sort out कभी नहीं हो very rare case में होता है exceptional. In all our cases, it takes time, but those blessings do wonders. In some cases, they give such a great direction only to the life. The great example of Dhruva, wherein in one version Naradji, in another version the rishis have guided him towards Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva Upasana. In the best example is the author of this Shastra only, Sage Valmiki ji. Isn't he was a Ratnakara, the other name we saw in our Skanda Purana. That again the Saptarishis meeting him, molded him from that person of Lutumar to a great saint of all times. याद रख लेना, these Vashishthaadi rishis, they are so great in their own way because they are Brahma Manasa Putra, and as well as by birth only they are in the Uttama Sthiti. But never underestimate at the same time the glory and greatness of the rishis like Vishwamitra and Valmiki. Vishwamitra born was a Kshatriya. Valmiki ji to born in the even lower, as they say. But still with their tapasya, they have achieved such a great heights. हमें सबका इस तरह का महिमा स्मरण करके सबको प्रणाम करते हुए get blessings as well as get inspiration. So here the Valmiki ji himself is an example that when he got the meeting with those rishis, his whole life has changed the track from being a looter to a great sage. Oh, what the other day I told you, no? The Valmiki story when read in Skanda Purana just 8 days back. Tears were in eyes. That for how many years he was doing tapasya that he has forgotten his sharira, etc. The Nama, four-lettered, what they gave, he went on chanting. The entire body of him was covered with the Valmika only. Same story we read again 2 3 days back about च्यवन महर्षि also. वो भी ऐसे तपस्या में बैठे थे, सारे चारों तरफ उनका मिट्टी का ढेर बन गया. Then the Sukanya comes with Shariati, the father. She sees something chamak damak. वो कोई लकड़ी लेके कुछ कुछ करती है. Then the blood comes. The eyes of that Shavana Rishi were pierced. Then that is enough. He does the stambana of the, what do you call, the Mutra Visarjana itself of the entire Raja and Raja Sainikas. Okay. They're all stunned. Kya hua? He realizes somebody has done harm to this great Rishi. Finally, the daughter says, Pidaji, anjane mein maine kiya. Then he leaves that Sukanya to that Chavana and goes. With that, all that Chavana Rishi blessed by Ashwini Kumaras, they take bath. The big stories. So, the Rishi Milana is always great. In that, we are telling Valmiki story. From there, we went to Chavana story. Only just to feel that the meaning of this sentence. What is it? Mahatam darshanam nama na kadachana nishpalam. हाँ, इसलिए दुरात्माओं का कंपनी छोड़ महात्माओं का कंपनी थोड़ा पकड़ो, है ना? इवन इफ यू हैव योर ओन स्पेसिफाइड इंडिविजुअलिटी, ईगो, एरोगेंस, इसकी तो कोई कमी है ही नहीं, वही तो कमा रहे थे जिंदगी भर. स्टिल गो एंड बी इन दैट प्रेजेंस, दैट्स इट. No need to talk to that. Stay there. That is enough to bless us slowly. That ego, negativity go away. Then we become, what do you call, soft enough to approach them, get guidance, follow guidance. सबके लिए हमारा ego ही obstruction है ना. My ego is the one because of which I don't go to Mahatmas, I don't talk to them, I don't get guidance from them, I don't follow it. है ना? In all these things, we have transcended to R3. Up to going to our gurus and listening from them, to this level we have conquered our ego. The other is continuing, that we listen to them but we will not understand, we don't accept their guidance, will not follow it. ये ego अभी भी चल रहा है. So this ego is sold out somewhere else. Anyway, this is analysis somewhere else. Here, continuing the topic. So he says, please do the nashanam of our dukkha, because the meeting of great people doesn't go waste. Mahatam darshanam nama na kadachana nishpalam. Please bless. Then iti uktavantam sa putram मूर्ध्नि स्पर्श पाणिना पल्लवे नानतानम्रम मूलग्रंथिमिवाब्जिनी इति उक्तवन्तं पुत्रम. The way, in this way, when her son was speaking like that, the Jeshta Sharma, son in the earlier life as Brahmanya, saw that Leela Devi, not Saraswati, Murdhni Pasparsha Parnina, with her hand, she touched the head of that son, Jeshta Sharma. Pallavena Anata Namram, with a hand which is like Pallava to his head. Mula Granthi Viva Abjini. And then the lotus petals touching the, after widely spreading the ground, in that way she touched the head of her son. Iti Uktavantam Putram Sa Murdhni Pasparsha Panina. Immediately क्या हुआ? तस्याः स्पर्शेन तेनासौ दुःख दौर्भाग्य संकटम जहौ pravrud punasangat grishmatapamivachalah tasyaha sparshena. By the touch of her, tena, tasyaha sparshena tena, by the touch of hers, asau, this Jeshta Sharma, dukkha daurbhagya sankatam jahau. In a moment's time, the dukkha, the durbhagya, the sankata, all of that he just transcended, gave up. Example, Pravrut Puna Asangat. Because of the arrival of the Pravrut Ritu, the Varsha Ritu, Grishma Tapamiva Achalaha. The mountains which were scorched by the heat of the sunlight of the summer, as they come back into the life with the arrival of rain. So to Dukkha, Daurabhagya, Sankata. Dukkha is misery that the parents died. Daurabhagya, for him, the Bhagya was parents only, they have gone away. Now, Sankata, we don't know what to do because nobody there to guide him. All of that gone away just by her touch. Now, here again, I feel like talking a lot, but this much I tell, only one sentence. The buddhis of ours, which are in such a rotten tamoguna, when they're blessed by those Mahatmas, immediately they get blossomed. Immediately the purpose of life, the means of life, all of them come to our cognition. Then the required inspiration and utsaha, then we start living life fully well for the highest truth. Before that, with the closed intellects, the mind and senses dominating, living only life of extrovertedness, that too with all adharma and papa, nothing but glani and gloominess and dukkha in our life. The inexplicable dukkha we are all going through because we don't know in our intellects for what purpose we have to live our life. When we are touched by the Mahatmas, वो दिमाग एकदम खुल जाता है, तुरंत हमको वो लक्ष्य मार्ग पता चलता है. Then we walk in that path. That all happened in a moment's time for Jesha Sharma. In fact, at the end of this chapter, it will be told with our touch, he has got the Tattvajnana only. So Jesha Sharma को ऐसा हुआ. What about all the other people who are there? उनका दुख दौर्भाग्य संकट क्या हुआ? वो भी सर्वो गृहजन सोथ तयोर देव्योर विलोकनाथ लक्ष्मीवान दुख निर्मुक्तो बभूवामृतपो यथा. See, sarvah grahajana sotha. All the people who are there in that graha and also in that grama, tayor devyoho vilokanath. Both the Devis, Saraswati Mata and Leela, now she herself is a Mahayogini, Vilokanath, they looked at all of them with their Krupa Kataksha Drashti. That was enough. All of them become Lakshmivan, full of the Sampada, Dukkha Nirmuktaha, freed from all the Dukkha. Then Amrutapo Yatha. Immediately they became as if the ones who have consumed Amrita. अमृत पान किए हुए लोगों की तरह वो लोग दुख से मुक्त होकर सुखी लक्ष्मीवान हो गए. No, these are all, as you know, cannot be put in words. That's why again and again we are saying, in spite of such a terrible crores of human beings with such a kamadi vikara, causing the world to be destroyed 1,000 times in a minute, still the world is intact because there are again hundreds and thousands of Rishi, Muni and Saint Sages looking at this world with their Krupa Karuna Drishti and extending all their blessings and offering their entire Tapashakti. Again today, in that our Skanda Purana, what a beautiful story it was. Who is that person? नाम याद नहीं आ रहा मुझे. That great Raja, not Raja, that Rishi who was doing tapasya in the waters and then inside the water. These fish catchers come, they put the snare along the fishes, he also is caught. Then he comes out, then they all feel bad. By the time so many fishes die, etc. Then that Rishi, like that Rantideva of Bhagavad Purana, he says, I am giving up all my punya for the removal of dukkha of all of them. And then whatever the papa they have done, let me take all of that and go to Naraka as many as times I can. Apastamba Rishi. Thank God I remembered. We have the Apastamba Sutras also, the great sadhana marga that are given. So today we studied the Apastamba Rishi Katha. Then the lot of story goes on, and finally, with his prarthana, divine kripa happens. All these machware, along with the dried fishes, every one of them, dekhte, they all go to Swarga only. That Apastamba Rishi in Prabhasa Kshetra, he also establishes Shivalinga. Prabhasa Kshetra Mahima we are studying. Prabhasa Khand mein. What a beautiful Puranas. Oh ho! इतना टाइम एनर्जी इन अनवांटेड थिंग्स अभी तक वेस्ट किया जिंदगी में पूरे पुराण बार बार पढ़ना चाहिए था सो आपस्तंभ ऋषि एग्जाम्पल हियर ऑल्सो बस दे हैव लुक्ड विथ दिव्य चक्षु everybody's dukkha gone away they became lakshmivan and happy like consumed the amrita amritapaha means amrita का पान किए लोगों की तरह there that story ended and it has got some connections. Tomorrow we reveal that it is mutual Runa Vimukti and Prarabdha, that these two have to come there and redeem them from Dukkha, etc. That story is over. Now, Sri Rama asks Valmiki, why didn't Leela reveal herself to be the mother of that Jeshta Sharma? See, Sri Rama Uvacha Tayasya Leelaya Matra Putrasya Jeshta Sharmanaha Kasmat Na Darshanam Dattam Moham Tavat Nirakuru. So, Taya Asya Leelaya Matra. By Taya Leela Mata Putrasya Jeshta Sharmanaha. For her own son who is Jeshta Sharma, Kasmat Na Darshanam Dattam. Why didn't she reveal as his mother and talk to him, beta मैं तुम्हारी माता ही हूँ. Kasmat न दत्तम मोहम तावत निराकुरु. This question and doubt of me, hey Guru, dispel. Sri Rama asking Vasishtha ji. So in this next 10-12 shlokas, Vasishtha ji, 14 shlokas, he gives the answer that the Leela is not in anymore the Dehadi Tadatmya Jiva Bhava. Therefore, she did not and need not reveal that she is the mother. That is bad for both of them. For her, the bad because it proves as if she is still in the Jiva Deha Tadatmya. For him also, again it is as if adding to his moha only. Instead, just by touching him, she gave him jnana, no? That is more than enough. इसलिए माता पिता पुत्रों को बच्चों को ये धन कन वस्तु वाहन आदि देने के बजाय तत्व ज्ञान देने से दैट इज बेटर. बट स्वामी जी वो अपन के पास ही नहीं है ना. तो ले लो फिर यहाँ दिया जा रहा है. Instead of giving the moha vyamoha, attachment to the upadhis and samsara, give the wisdom. Any day it is great. That's why whenever this topic comes, even otherwise, every day, I remember my parents, Baba. देखो पीछे है. They have given this adhyatmika samskara more than anything else. I owe all to them first. Because of them only, later on, going to Puja Gurudev and all this. You know, all our whatever Satkarma, Punya Karma done, all credit we offer to them only. वो उन्हीं का कृपा है. Those parents who give everything but not adhyatmikata to children, they are the biggest enemies to the children. Sad that, unfortunate that those children are born to those useless parents. On the other hand, nothing is given, but adhyatmikata is given. They are the luckiest children because those parents have given them the best thing. These are not just sentimental, emotional sentences uttered. without any background or empty head. No, with all the understanding of Shastras, through that, the real life's evolution and emancipation, having understood all of that, we are talking. Same time, the limitations of what parents give to the children, the outer things. भोगी बना दिया आपने मेरी बेटे के नाम पे मैं 20 करोड़ जमा दी इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ दैट फेलो शुड इंडल्ज इन ऑल ऑफ दैट बट डिड यू इंट्रोड्यूस हिम टू एनी महात्मा डिड यू टेल हिम टू लिसन टू सत्संगास हैव यू टोल्ड हिम अरे तू भी 50 साल को हो गया साधना शुरू कर नहीं किया स्वामी देन दे आर अनफॉर्चुनेट I wish and pray that they get better parents than you next life who introduce them to Adhyatmikata. I have no doubt at all. Unfortunate are those children who are born to such parents who do not introduce them to the higher life. Thank you. Om Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Good. Tomorrow, Vasishtha ji will answer Rama. A very important answer it is to a good question. If you want to come, come. Even if you don't want to come, please still come. Let us study Vakyavritti for some time.